I can remember being at my first, well, not my first. I can remember being at my last place of employment, and they were doing construction there. It was going to be two high schools coming together to form one high school, and they were doing a lot of construction there. There was dust all over the place. There was a lot of different equipment all over the floors. They would change the tiles on the different floors, the windows, the stairwells. They was doing a lot of different things in that building, and it was frustrating me a little bit. But then I started thinking about it for a second. When I thought about that construction site, I started thinking about life, how most of our lives are. What I mean by that is, like, a lot of us are going through different things in our lives that we need to destroy and then rebuild. Like in construction site, they're destroying a lot of different things, but they need, but then in the long run, they start to rebuild everything else and put a lot of things back together, make a lot of things different, a lot of things new. So what I'd like to share with you in this video is how to rebuild your life from where you are. I'm going to give you 7 different strategies on how to rebuild your life from where you are. Now, the first thing they probably do with a construction site would be is to have a diagram. They have an outline, a blueprint of how they want to make things, or how they want to do things, and where are different things at, so they can knock out different things and put new things in place. You ever seen when you either when you drive through a construction site or when you walk past a construction site, they have a sign that says coming soon? You get an outcome of what you get to see, what the finished project is going to be like. So that's also like a diagram that's put in place for you to view what things are going to look like when you start working on it on the construction site. The second thing would be is they have to get the tools and equipment in place. They have to get different tools and equipment in place to work with. So in your life, when you're trying to get your life together, you're going to need different tools. You're going to need different things to start to work with in order for your life to get better. You might need a mentor to help you on some things. You might need the different books. You might go to different seminars. You might hear different things. Whatever it is, these are different tools that's going to help you when you're rebuilding your life. What are the tools that you need to start rebuilding your life? The third tip would be is to start tearing down what you don't want. Start tearing down what you don't want. At the construction site, what they do, they start tearing down everything that's not that they don't need. They knock down walls, they knock down steps, whatever it is they need to knock down, they do it. They do the necessary things they need to do in order to rebuild things that are new. And that's going to be the fourth tip. Build what you do. Build up what you need to do in your life. Build up what you want in your life. Put it that way. Build up what you want in your life. So when you're knocking things down, you need to start building up things that you need in your life. What is it that you want your life to look like? What are the necessary steps are you going to take in order to rebuild your life? What is it that you want to have out the life that God has given you? So when you're knocking things down, you need to start rebuilding and think about what you need to build on the inside so things will come out on the outside and make things look better in your life. The fifth tip would be overcome obstacles. Now, even though you have a design and you got things in place and how you want to do things, you're going to come across some obstacles. I know at the construction site that I was working at, I'm not a construction worker, but at the site that I was working at, they had a situation where they were knocking something out, and then 9 times out of 10, water started falling all over the place. So they never expect that to happen, but you never know what's going to happen when you're going through different obstacles. So you're going to have to overcome some. You're going to have to overcome some things, even though you got a blueprint. You're still going to have to overcome some things, some different obstacles that's going to happen when you're going through the things in order to rebuild your life. The sixth tip would be don't rush the process. Take your time with the process. It's the process that you're going to have to go through when you're rebuilding your life. Don't rush it. It's going to happen. It's going to eventually happen. But don't try to rush it. Take your time with it and let the chips fall where they may. Eventually, things are going to come out the right way when you don't rush the process. And the last tip, which is number 7, will be you will have a finished design. Your life will be the way that you want it to be. And maybe you'll be able to help people get to the certain point, the certain tips that you went through in order to have the perfect life that you want for your life. Okay? So the 7 tips on how to rebuild your life from where you are. The first tip will be is to have a design or have a diagram. Sorry about that. Have a diagram. Okay? The second tip will be get your tools and equipment in place. Get the tools and equipment that you need in your life. The third tip will be start tearing down what you don't want. And the fourth tip will build up what you want in your life. Once you tear things down, you start rebuilding things that you want in your life. The fifth tip will be overcome the obstacles. Just because you have a certain blueprint, always remember that obstacles are going to come in the way to stop you from doing what you need to do in your life. The sixth tip would be don't rush the process, but trust the process. Continue to do what you need to do. Don't be in a hurry to make things happen. Take your time with it and let the chips fall where they may. And the seventh thing would be is to have a finished design. Once you go through the process of doing what you need to do, you will finally have that finished design. Your life will be the way that you want it to be. I pray that this will help someone when they're trying to rebuild their life with these 7 strategies that I presented to you. If this makes sense to you and it adds value to your life, I ask that you subscribe to my channel. If you feel as though this could help someone, I pray that you would share it with someone. But these are the 7 strategies that you will use in order to rebuild your life from where you are. Have a safe and a blessed day.